The Empty House. Welcome to Paranormal Pry, the channel where the supernatural invades reality and makes you question every shadow around you. If you love spine-chilling stories that mess with your mind, subscribe now and hit the bell to never miss a terrifying video. Let's dive into these three tales captured by hidden cameras that will keep you awake at night. Imagine an old house in the countryside where the nighttime rain turns every drop into a menacing whisper, and an ordinary family thinks they're safe behind century-old walls, but hidden cameras reveal something sinister lurking in the shadows. A clown, invisible to all but a child and the cold lens of a camera, waiting to play its deadly game. At 10:15 p.m., the living room camera captures the father, mother, and little Anna, just 10 years old, huddled on the couch watching an old movie, the TV's glow dancing on their unsuspecting faces. The rain pounds the windows like muffled laughter, and Anna giggles at a silly scene, but her laughter fades abruptly, her eyes locked on the dark corner of the room where light refuses to reach. "Look at the clown, Mommy. He wants to play with me," she says excitedly, pointing at nothing, but her parents exchange puzzled looks, chalking it up to a child's imagination. Oblivious to the faint outline the camera picks up, a tall, gangly figure with smeared makeup, a swollen red nose, and a crooked smile stretching unnaturally, gesturing silently to Anna, as if inviting her to a macabre dance. Hey, if this story's already giving you chills, imagine what else we've got on Paranormal Pry. Subscribe to the channel now for exclusive content that'll make you question your own reality. And don't forget to like and share to spread the terror. As the night creeps on, at 11:50 p.m., with the family deep in sleep, the camera remains vigilant, capturing the oppressive silence broken only by the relentless dripping outside. Anna jolts awake, her sheets tangled around her like invisible chains, drawn by a low, distorted chuckle that echoes only for her, like balloons popping in an abandoned circus. Her bare feet creak on the old floorboards as she descends the stairs, her face pale under the moonlight filtering through tattered curtains, her eyes gleaming with a mix of excitement and growing dread. In the corner of the living room, the clown materializes slowly on the recording, unseen by the waking world except for Anna and the camera's unblinking eye. Its striped suit torn, white gloves stained with something dark, it begins to play, tossing imaginary balls that roll across the floor as if real, performing grotesque mimes of spinning plates that crash with silent booms. But Anna laughs nervously, mimicking its movements, her body jerking erratically as if pulled by invisible strings, and the clown draws closer, its smile widening to reveal jagged teeth that belong to no human. At 1:30 a.m., the horror escalates. The clown extends a gloved hand, pulling Anna into a game that makes her spin in place, her feet leaving faint marks on the rug as if dancing alone. But the camera shows the figure guiding her, whispering something inaudible that widens her eyes in rising panic. The parents wake to muffled sounds, laughter mixed with sobs, rushing to the living room, but they see only Anna twirling alone, pleading for the clown to stop squeezing. The entity ignores them, focused on the child, its form twisting into impossible poses, as if made of melting rubber, and Anna begins to gasp, the air thinning around her as if the clown is siphoning her vitality with each game. At 3:12 a.m., the attack peaks in a silent chaos. The clown envelops Anna in an invisible, suffocating embrace, captured only by the camera, making her body convulse as if crushed by unseen forces. The parents try to intervene, but are hurled back by a presence they can't see, collapsing with broken bones and failing breaths, while the clown drags Anna into the shadows, its laughter echoing only in the recording, until all goes quiet. The police found the footage days later, and leaked copies online make viewers feel an inexplicable chill, as if painted eyes watch them from their screens.
The perfect neighbor. Picture a typical suburban condo, where neighbors exchange fake smiles, but a lonely man discovers that the perfect neighbor upstairs isn't human. Extraterrestrial beings in disguise, captured by cameras that reveal an abduction that shatters sanity in a flash of blinding lights. Juan, living alone in a gray, impersonal apartment, sets up hidden cameras, driven by growing paranoia, focusing on the neighbor upstairs, Carlos, whose behavior feels too mechanical, as if following an unseen script. At 7:30 p.m., the hallway camera catches Carlos arriving with grocery bags, his face lit by the elevator's cold lights, moving with robotic precision, but his reflection in the mirror flickers with a faint greenish glow, a glitch in reality that Joao jots down in his coffee-stained diary, his heart racing with the sense that something alien is invading his privacy, watching him back through the walls. At 9 p.m., inside Carlos's apartment, hacked by Juan in a moment of obsession, the camera shows him performing routine tasks with anomalies. His eyes blink in irregular patterns, like coded signals, movements that defy gravity, like floating slightly when reaching for something high. Low hums and clicks echo through the ceiling, synced with flickering lights that leak through the cracks, making Juan wonder if the sounds come from above or from distant ships. The tension builds like a suffocating fog, and at 11:45 p.m., Juan knocks on Carlos's door, the footage trembling with his ragged breathing. Carlos opens with a neutral expression, but his eyes glint with an otherworldly sheen, answering questions with evasive replies that sound like echoes of distant transmissions. You feel their presence too, don't you? They come from far away to study. The conversation spirals into a chilling confrontation. Carlos recites impossible details about Joao, sleep patterns, daily routines, as if monitoring him from another world. And the camera catches faint shapes in the background, elongated silhouettes moving in the shadows, suggesting Carlos isn't alone. At 12:30 a.m., the horror unfolds. Carlos's skin quivers like a brittle shell, revealing glimpses of luminous tentacles and multiple blinking eyes, while blinding lights burst from the windows, humming like cosmic engines. Juan flees, but the cameras capture extraterrestrial silhouettes in the hallways, tall and slender, with iridescent skin, moving fluidly and silently, leaving traces of slimy residue on the floor. At 2:18 a.m., in Juan's apartment, the climax erupts. The entities invade, paralyzing him with a beam of light that burns his skin, the camera recording their alien forms, elongated heads, multifunctional limbs, lifting Joao like a puppet, carrying him through a portal of light that opens in the wall, his scream echoing until it fades into the void. The footage ends with the apartment empty, doors creaking alone, and the leaked video leaves viewers obsessed with nighttime lights, wondering if otherworldly visitors are watching them now.
The Forgotten Room. Visualize an abandoned hospital where echoes of suffering linger in moldy walls, and an urban explorer discovers an ancient entity that devours souls, captured by cameras that show how evil can feed on pure fear, leaving you questioning if ancient presences lurk in forgotten ruins. Sophia, leader of a group of paranormal-obsessed friends, enters the decaying building at 8 p.m., the humid air thick with dust and a rancid stench of decay. Graffiti on the walls whispering ignored warnings. They set up hidden cameras in dark corridors and forgotten rooms, laughing nervously as old furniture creaks under their steps. But Sophia splits off to place an extra camera in a particularly grim room, where a low growl, like an ancient beast, echoes, blamed on the howling wind through broken windows. Frame by frame, the footage reveals a nebulous form taking shape in the corner, a shapeless entity with glowing red eyes that blink hungrily, vanishing in an instant, a detail that freezes the blood of those who watch later. At 12:30 a.m., drawn by a guttural snarl that vibrates through the walls, Sophia returns alone, the camera capturing her trembling flashlight, illuminating stagnant puddles that reflect distorted shapes. The entity emerges slowly, not as a ghost, but as a pulsing, shadowy mass, tentacles of darkness stretching across the room, reeking of sulfur and rot, ravenous for vital energy. Sophia feels the air grow heavy as if being sucked away, and the camera shows the creature closing in, its forms twisting into claws that scrape the floor, leaving deep gouges while she struggles to move, panic rising with each gasping breath. The tension builds in oppressive waves. The entity circles her, brushing her skin with cold tendrils that burn like acid, draining her strength, her legs buckling as hoarse voices echo in ancient tongues, promising to consume her essence if she doesn't escape. At 3:45 a.m., her friends burst into the room, the camera showing Sophia surrounded by the black mass, enveloping her like a living fog, trying to drag her into its eternal hunger. They grab her at the last second, pulling her into the corridor as dawn scatters the entity, which retreats with a deafening roar, leaving claw marks on the walls. Sophia escapes alive, but her skin is marked by inexplicable burns and a constant tremor, as if part of the entity still haunts her dreams, questioning if she brought something back. The recovered and shared footage serves as a warning, leaving viewers with the unsettling feeling that ravenous presences wait in abandoned places, ready to feed.
Thanks for diving into these stories with Paranormal Pry. If they left your heart racing, subscribe to the channel now for more content that explores the inexplicable and terrifying. Like, share your theories in the comments, and share with friends. Who knows, the next video might be about something happening in your house.